morning, everyone. I'm Maura, and we're here at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science in our latest experience, our VR Arcade. And I'd like to introduce you to our Director of Tech Ops, Eric Bowen. He's going to tell us a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes and what you can expect as a guest. So, thanks, Eric. Tell us about the VR Arcade. What are we standing in here?
Yeah, this is a little pop-up experience that the museum put together, all based on virtual reality technology. Behind us, you see we have 6 individual bays where guests can come in for a small upcharge above and beyond their admission, and they can pick a number of games that kind of run the range of everything from kind of active games to puzzle games to games where you can draw or explore.
And it looks like we have the opportunity for families or friends to come and do something together as a group. What's behind us?
We also have a virtual reality transporter, which is basically a virtual reality ride. And there's a couple different experiences there that guests can select from as well.
Excellent. And I think people are really interested in what goes on behind the scenes in terms of what kind of tech is running this experience.
Sure. The individual bays all use the HTC Vive virtual reality headsets, whereas the virtual reality transporter uses the Oculus Rift. These are 2 of the most popular virtual reality goggles out there today. We've had great success with both of them. The handsets for the HTC Vive are really easy to use, and I think that's a real benefit for our guests who haven't used or experienced virtual reality before.
Cool. And what's the plan for keeping this fresh? I mean, some of us may have heard of Oculus, but it's always changing. And what does that look like for your team?
Yeah, for our team, we work with a larger team who are always looking at the content that we're providing in these experiences, trying to figure out what's popular for our guests, and we'll be changing that out based on popularity and/or for certain games that aren't that popular, we'll phase those out. And we have a couple other things coming over the next 3 to 6 weeks. For people to experience in here. That'll be probably in this area here. And we're trying to keep it fresh and make sure that we're meeting the needs of our guests and their wants. So
great. And if any of you have questions, please feel free to type them in. So some people might be a little sensitive to motion sickness. What does that feel like in this experience?
Yeah, it depends on the game or the experience. When we reviewed the games, we definitely had a large set of employees go through and test games for things like vertigo and motion sickness. It really depends on the person. Most of the games here that you see in the bays don't create a lot of motion sickness except for maybe without a plank. And as far as the virtual reality transporter, we find that if there's motion that correlates with the movement within the experience, that lessens the amount of vertigo that you may feel.
Huh, that's interesting. Do you have a favorite game that you like playing?
Without a Plank and Beat Saber are a lot of fun. And of course the virtual reality transporter is also a lot of fun because it's like a ride.
Great, well thanks for joining us once again. We're here at the VR Arcade at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Our latest experience that we've popped up opened last week. We invite you to come out and give it a try. Thanks Eric for telling us all about it.
You got it.